Very good afternoon to all of you. So, today we are going to discuss about a full bridge rectifier, obviously an uncontrolled full bridge rectifier. It has to be uncontrolled, and how it is feeding an RLE load. Okay. The RLE load is the most important load. Okay, first of all, try to understand this thing. The RLE load is the most important type of load. Why? Why it is most important? Because of two factors. It is the practical load. Okay. Before coming back to the practicality, I would like to shed some light because the lectures are of small durations. So I will like to say that all of us are well versed with a practical rectifier. Yes, how does a practical rectifier looks? What are the features of a practical rectifier are? So basically a practical rectifier is nothing. I'm again tell you is nothing but a normal rectifier, obviously a normal uncontrolled rectifier having a filter capacitor at the load. It means that if this is the load, if this R and L are the load, okay, then this R and L will get itself a filter capacitor here across its terminals. This is what the RL load will become. Because of the connection of a filter capacitor, it will be something like this. Now I think it is quite clear. Okay, that filter capacitor obviously will smoothen the voltage. That filter capacitor will smoothen the voltage. That is the role of a filter capacitor in a practical rectifier is. We all are well aware of two things. Before proceeding with the further lecture, I want to convey one thing. An LC filter can be used. An LC filter can be used in a rectifier where the inductor will prevent, or the inductor will stop the ripples in the current, whereas the capacitor will protect us or protect the load from the ripples in voltage. How? Well, it is quite easy to understand, as we all are well aware that a capacitor will allow the higher harmonics to pass. Yes, a capacitor, for a capacitor we all know that a capacitor, the capacitive reactance is given by Xc equals to 1 upon j omega c. 1 upon j omega c. So it's very easy. You have j, you have omega, you have c, and as omega will increase, then Xc will decrease for sure. Okay, so as omega will increase, Xc will decrease. Obviously Xc will be smaller for higher order harmonics. It will be very small for higher order harmonics, and it will allow the higher order harmonics to pass through it. Now have a look at this circuit once again. RLE symbolizes a DC motor. Yes, that's why the understanding of an RLE load is very important. We are again assuming a continuous conduction mode, that is a CCM mode, because in CCM mode we all know that it can work. Okay, now let's go to the waveform straight away. Have a look at this. I'm sorry, extremely pardon for this. So for example, if we have kept alpha equals to 0, just for example, if alpha is 0, then we can easily understand that this E will be there. Okay, so till this E is greater than this part, that's why the waveform is very important. It's a very interactive waveform. Till this E is greater than the wave, then obviously the devices cannot conduct. That's why I have used in this graph. Okay, now have a look at this. In this fashion, in this fashion, in this fashion, till this point it will go. If it is clear, have a look at this once again. After E, and this is the phase gap, this blurred part. Have a look at it. This is the part that I had blurred. Okay, this part of voltage won't appear. It means the voltage won't start from 0. It will start from here. Okay, it will go like this. Okay, and if the mode is CCM, again I'm telling you, if the mode is CCM, then for sure it will go on. Yes, it won't be 0. It will be like this, and the conduction goes on. Okay, now coming back to the current, what will happen to the current? These are the, first of all, come to the equation, the basic equation. It's quite clear that from 0 to pi, the voltage will be under root 2 Vi sin omega t. For the next part it will be negative, and we can get the average of this voltage. Okay, I think these are basic calculations. Now I want to show, yes, this was important because I wanted to show this one thing. If the conduction mode is CCM, then no matter what is the value of E is, because if the voltage approaches E, try to understand it, if the output voltage becomes E, it means the current is 0. Yes, the conduction has stopped. Have a look at this. If you are getting, just look at the load. If at the load you are getting only E as the voltage, it means LdI by dt is not a drop. Okay, the average drop across the inductor is 0, and IR is also 0. So you are going to get the voltage E only when the current is 0, and if the current has become 0, then the conduction mode is discontinuous conduction mode. So if the mode is continuous conduction mode, then I can bluntly say that okay, fine, the voltage will go on its path, something like this. Yes, the voltage go on till this. So in case of CCM, there is no role of E. Is it clear? E will not play any role. But when we are talking about the DC and for alpha equals to 0, then this should be very clear. That's why I have collaborated these 3 slides. If we are talking about this thing, then obviously till this plot we will get the voltage if alpha is 0, and the current will only come till this part, smaller magnitude current. And now have a look at this. Then the voltage will retain its magnitude, that is E, in the next half cycle. And again after that you can see this thing, this part. Have a look at this part, this part, this line that I have drawn, this line. Yes, from this part till this part. Yes, the earlier part will vanish. I think this concept is quite clear. I think this is clear. Okay, now if alpha equals to 0, if I had assumed that alpha equals to 0, then obviously in steady state, I have shown you in CCM, E will not play any role and output voltage will be something like this. So in this case, your thyristor will play the role of a diode. Okay. Now, can we transfer power from this load side to the source side? Can anyone tell me? Yes, we can transfer power from load side to source side. First of all, the angle should be greater than 90. Okay, first of all, the angle should be greater than 90, and this E has to be reversed. If this E has reversed, yes, back EMF has become negative, so the converter will now act in the generating mode. Now this will feed power back, this positive will feed power back to the load. Obviously the alpha, the conduction angle, has to be greater than 90. I think till this point the concept is quite clear, and I hope that the importance of RLE load becomes very clear. Okay, and this thing will only happen if we are talking about even in CCM, if we are talking about how the generating mode operation is achieved, then we have to change alpha. We have to make alpha greater than 90 and we have to invert this E. Then for sure the power will flow back into the from load to the source. I think till this point the concepts are clear. We'll meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.